Hey, what's up, photo friends? Phil and Will here answering your photo questions from the community. Today we've got a question from our friend JP asking, wedding ceremony in a church, aperture priority or manual mode? Go.
Aperture priority. I only use aperture priority because I don't have time to change things in manual when things are moving so fast, and you do not want to miss a thing. Yeah. Typically, I do when I do wedding ceremonies, I'm on two cameras. One's got a long lens, one's got a mid-range zoom. So aperture priority will get me that first kiss at the ceremony. It will get me shooting the the crowd who's differently lit than the people up at the altar. It'll get me shooting both our partners up at the altar on different sides, depending on the lighting being differently, without me having to mess with my camera too much. And then it will just get me to make sure that I have great exposure after they're walking down the aisle towards the crowd. And something that I don't think people think about a lot is after they walk down the aisle and they're about to walk out the door or walk away from a thing, it's just you and them. And that lighting is totally different than it was up there, especially if you're going in to out, and you just won't have time to get it. And often when they get outside of a place, there is such a good opportunity for a quick kiss. They're married, there's like a thing. So like aperture priority just gets you in and out of every situation, and I think during a ceremony is the best way to do it.
And just to explain for complete beginners, if you're new, aperture priority means you're locking down your aperture, and your other settings, shutter speed, ISO, are going to be adjusting automatically to expose properly. But then you can, choose. You want f4.0 or f2.8.
Yeah, basically, aperture priority is prioritizing your aperture above everything else. So it prioritizes the one that you pick, changes all the other settings to make it based on your meter.
And typically, you can lock your ISO to or set your max ISO. So if you don't want your ISO going above whatever.
Yeah, you can set a range for your ISO.
1600 or whatever it is. So your camera's not going to be distorted with digital noise or whatever. Is there any reason someone would use manual though? Like any benefit?
If it's too extreme or you're trying to create something very stylized, I think we had a question earlier about shutterness. If they really wanted to go from like a 1/20th of a shutter, 1/60th of a shutter to like 2,000. Yeah. If like there's like, I don't know, sparklers or fireworks or something.
Did you mention exposure compensation?
No, if
you're on aperture priority, then you just bump up or drop down your exposure.
So if you're in aperture priority, you can change your exposure compensation to basically tell your meter, I want you to expose over or under what you think it is, and then it will make all those adjustments later. And that's a quick little, on most cameras, it's just one dial or a button that you go up and down, and that's a quick way to change exposure.
That's the way to go. Cool. JP, hopefully that helps, and for anyone else that was interested, I hope that helps too. I hope that this video helped you out, whether you were the one asking this question or if you found this video and it was something that you were interested in. These are the kinds of questions and photography basics that we cover in our photography courses and in our community, Photography and Friends, which you have access to whenever you enroll in one of our courses. We also have a free resource that's available for all beginner photographers over at photographyandfriends.com, where you can learn all the basic skills and even advanced tips and tricks to help you become a better photographer. Thanks so much for watching, and have a beautiful day.